Hey everyone, it's your buddy Crypto Profit back with another video, and today we're going to be doing a market update over the entire crypto market as we continue to see, really just dips across the board. We are seeing Bitcoin starting to kind of stabilize a little bit here. We had a solid push about just a couple of hours ago to a 31.8K, making our way close to 32K, continually pushing closer and closer to this recovery stage that we want to be in. Taking a look at the last month, we do see about an 18% decrease in Bitcoin overall. However, if we take a look at the overall market right now in today's last 24 hours, we do see a 0.09% increase. It's just great to see some of these coins finally starting to find that bottom so that we can find a recovery in the next couple of months. A lot of people are very, very excited about getting out of this FUD manipulation stage that we're currently in. It's one of those that a lot of us have been accumulating in. Obviously, this accumulation stage is for accumulating. It's all about finding that bottom and buying in. I do think realistically, as we move forward, we are going to see a lot of potential in a lot of these coins, and that's exactly what we are going to be talking about today. So there is a lot of news and bullish news that we are going to look into that I believe will help us move out of this, like I said, manipulation FUD stage that we are currently in. So jumping into the first one, I do want to say, guys, before we get started, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. Because like I said, we talk about crypto every single day, altcoins as well as Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything under the crypto really rainbow. So make sure to, like I said, jump in, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. So to start off, we do see, the Tennessee city wants to accept property tax payments in Bitcoin. Continuing to see more mass adoption like this across different cities and states. We see United States city of Jackson, Tennessee continues to explore a potential dive into cryptocurrencies, now looking to accept Bitcoin BTC for property tax payments. So if we jump onto the next one, we also see Paraguay promises to be a 100% renewable Bitcoin BTC mining giant. Paraguay has just passed a law aimed at building a Bitcoin mining industry. The legislation proposed by MP, we actually see the senator as well, is welcome to, even really if it does not go as far as that of, El Salvador. Everyone just wants to get their foot in the door, get started on this, Bitcoin mining system, and then also wanting to jump into cryptocurrency as a whole, obviously understanding that it does help with inflation, as well as it is really a way to, just continue on this path to efficiency and obviously, away from the inflation ideas of, a lot of government. So we are continuing to see mass adoption taking place around and across the board. We also take a look at MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor. Bitcoin is a big tech network without company. So MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor called Bitcoin big tech technology without any company. So MicroStrategy currently holds 105,000 BTC. Michael Saylor is among the big names that are long-term and hardcore support of Bitcoin, just like Twitter CEO Jack Dorsey. So Michael Saylor shared his thoughts on Natalie Brunell, who hosts the Coin Stories podcast as well. So Michael Saylor said that Bitcoin is similar to big tech, like we said, but without the involvement of any company. He compared Bitcoin with top companies like Google, Facebook, or Apple. We're not going to watch the video, but like I said, you guys can take your own time, watch this video. I definitely think it's worth looking into, as obviously Michael Saylor's been a huge supporter of crypto and Bitcoin really since the beginning, and it's great to see MicroStrategy CEO continue to support the cause. So we also see ARK Investments. Kathy Wood says Bitcoin will go to 500,000. Wood made the prediction even as the leading cryptocurrency tumbled on Wednesday. A lot of people, a lot of smart, really investors in this crypto space understand that really the short term doesn't matter. It's all about the long term. If you look at spans of 5 years or even just zoom out in general, you'll be able to see that there's an obvious increase over time. It always increases over time. Do remember, guys, I'm not a financial advisor, so always do your own research before investing. However, just some of the best analysts out there, some of the biggest investors out there understand realistically you're going to see this market continue to increase as more mass adoption continues to take place. So Wood said on Wednesday that Bitcoin is on sale now, and said that even after today's drop, the cryptocurrency is not necessarily at a bottom. She describes the market as emotional and says it gets difficult to call the bottom. And that's the biggest thing, is you have to remember nobody's going to completely call the bottom. Nobody's going to perfectly buy in at the bottom. You're going to have to dollar cost average in during some of these dips to really take advantage of these market crashes and market downturns. We also see El Salvador government plans to launch its own stablecoin. So continuing to see El Salvador Salvador jump into the crypto space bigger than ever. We've talked about this previously, but the fact that they're jumping into really launching their own stablecoin is definitely a big jump for El Salvador. We also see major U.S. city mayor advocates Bitcoin as a fix for inflation. So this is definitely a cool thing as well. Why do we accept inflation? We don't. We demand more from why don't we demand more from our federal government? So this is definitely a cool thing to really suggest here. The idea that 6.3% in 2 years, 172.8% in my lifetime, every year our dollar is worth less. There's no rebound. There's only one fix for this Bitcoin. So obviously more supporters continuing to come out. Even in the government, we are seeing, more supporters, more, people jumping on board, using it as not just an investment opportunity, but really to just get away from that inflation that continues to hurt this country, as well as so many others. So we jump into the next one. We see Germany's third largest bank now offers saving plans involving Bitcoin. So we continue to see a lot of things that should be helping and providing bullish, really outbursts on crypto. And, really the last 24 hours have still been just struggles across the board. We see Bitcoin at about a 1% decrease, Ethereum at 1.25% of a decrease, XRP at 3%, Cardano at basically 3%. As we go down, we actually see larger percentages, obviously, as the market cap gets a little bit higher. I do think, realistically, we are going to see a lot of these coins find a great kind of recovery phase here in the next couple of months. We've talked about September being a possible bottom for a lot of these coins, and I think that's still going to be a very, very big possibility. I think realistically, we're going to hover around this 30 to 33K range for quite some time before we do get that, full recovery and starting to push that 40, 50, 60K Bitcoin yet again. I do think that's, like I said, on the way this year yet. And I do want to realistically say, a lot of these coins are doing fairly well during this time. If we actually take a look at some of the gainers, obviously Clover Finance kind of doing its own thing at a 163.64% increase. But if we take a look at LivePeer LPT, 25% increase. But if we look at some of the coins we talk about on the channel, we have HBAR here at 4.49% of an increase. We have IOTA at 1.15% of an increase. And then obviously we have all the stable coins here at those minimal increases. But EOS at 0.83% increase, NKN at 2.56%. Crypto.com at 2.86. So we are seeing some coins doing fairly well, but for the most part, we are seeing losers across the board, with District OX leading the way at a 15.67% decrease. So it's just crazy to see this market continuing on this, really accumulation phase, which, for a lot of people that have, weekly incomes or monthly incomes where they can actually afford to, continue this, continue really their dollar cost averaging. They're going to be very happy about these price points, because long term this is going to be a huge deal for them, continuing to buy on sale these crypto coins at such low prices, like I said. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick market update, obviously going over some of the big news that has been coming out, as well as kind of talking about the future. Still believing September could be that bottom. Obviously we're not going to predict the very bottom perfectly, but I do think realistically we are going to continue to see some FUD out there until we don't. And obviously when we don't, we are going to see a great breakout across a lot of different coins, in my opinion. Altcoins going to follow Bitcoin and Ethereum just a few weeks or maybe even months after we see Bitcoin and Ethereum starting to kind of push back up to that 40K, and Ethereum probably about 2 or 3K. So we'll continue to keep you guys up to date with price predictions and big news and information. So like I said previously, guys, make sure to quickly subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and like the video. I'll see you guys all in the next one.